They're going to come in here and intimidate us is what they're going to try to do. I know that because I've coached there for the last 4 years. That's what Sam Pittman said about Georgia going to Arkansas. And if anybody would know that, it would be Sam Pittman, who is a longtime coach with Kirby Smart, his first 4 years in Athens. And now Sam Pittman's back with the Dogs. A lot of people love Sam Pittman. And I've got to say that I think what he said here, they're going to come in here and intimidate us is what they're going to try to do. I think he's exactly right. And I think that's going to matter a lot in this game. Dean Legge from Dawg Post, making you a smarter Georgia fan. We're watching this betting line tick higher and higher, closer to 4 full touchdowns from the 24 that it was earlier, 24 points that it was earlier this week. And what Sam Pittman's talking about here is the bruising, physical nature of Georgia's offensive and defensive lines. Just Georgia, generally speaking, has become built like a bully. Teams that, until the last end of last year, really just choked the life away of SEC teams that they played, specifically SEC East teams, although it's not been unique to Western schools have gotten some beatings as well. But, that is Kirby's MO. That's what he's tried to do the entire time he was at Georgia. If you flash back, if you just do a quick cut to his press conference at Georgia when he opened as the head coach, one of the first things he talked about was getting bigger on the offensive line. I mean, earlier that year, Kirby had played Georgia, Mark Richt's Georgia team, and really physically manhandled them from the second quarter of that game on. And if you look at probably 80% of the games that Georgia's played in the last 3 years, that's what Georgia's done. They've fought around for a little bit, but by the end of the second quarter, probably at least 60% through the game, the other team is just exhausted. They can't do it anymore physically, and that's where Georgia's depth, their physical prowess, and their skill. They're certainly very gifted, Georgia. That's where all of that took over. And so what Sam Pittman's talking about right here, they're going to come in here and intimidate us. There's not a period there. Although it does feel like that's what he's trying to say at the start. Maybe he caught himself midway. Maybe not. They're going to come in here and intimidate us is what they're trying to do. He's right. And Arkansas should get used to that. I mean, that's something that they're going to be dealing with until Sam gets that thing pointed in the right direction. I mean, he inherited a full-blown mess in Fayetteville. And for Kirby, who inherited a mess but not a full-blown mess at Georgia, it took him a little time, too. I mean, remember that first offensive line that Georgia had with Greg Pike, Kublano, and the guy who played at the Redskins, whose name escapes me. They're not even the Redskins anymore. Tyler Catalina. That's not at all what this line looks like now for Georgia. And then you just, look at the defensive line for the Dogs. And just the defense, generally speaking, I mean, that's probably what Sam's talking about more than anything else, is that Georgia defense is nothing but a lot of trouble for anybody that they're dealing with. And they're pissed off right now. I'm going to talk about this on Friday, but this is a pissed off Georgia team for a few different reasons. And you're going to want to stay tuned for that one tomorrow. In the meantime, I'm going to send you to this Brock Vandagriff highlight right here from his first game. We're going to have his third game up here soon. Stay tuned to Dawg Post. We'll be at the game on Saturday. Thanks for watching.